Hi guys. Okay. Oh my god, I just had to come on here because I wanted to I had to chat with you guys because I'm all excited. My Dahlia sale went live at noon today and so far it's going great. It was a little stressful this morning when I put a password on the website so that nobody could go into it while I was updating inventory and finalizing the last numbers that I had for sale this year. And I realized that I had, like, literally 5 minutes before the sale was supposed to open, I realized there was two that I didn't even have up on it, and I had to scramble to grab a picture and make a new product on my website and put the pricing and get everything up on there. And then, so I think I was like a minute or two late. It was like a minute after 12. Anyways, and I had two people message me asking for the password, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry for the miscommunication. So what I do is I just take the password thing off right at noon when the website's ready, and then everybody can get in, no problem. So I reached out to those people and apologized and explained, and I only do it this way because I've seen other Dahlia sales where they do it that way. So I don't know. I'm not a tech savvy person. Okay, guys. I've been trying to figure this all out on my own. And it takes a lot of time, and I've been learning pretty fast, and I've been figuring it out. But at the same time, like, some things don't even come across my radar until like right when there's an issue, and I'm like, oh, and then you gotta like figure it out and Google and watch videos and try a few things and troubleshoot. So thank you everyone for having patience with me and with my sale. But either way, it's been great so far. There's still tubers for sale. One thing was, I noticed my sister messaged me and was like, oh, Teddy isn't up on the website for sale. Why not? And I was like, what? So I went and I looked. Sure, like, so I could see that it was there and it had inventory and everything on my side and it was active. But it wasn't showing up when I went to it like a customer would see it, to that view of the website. So I did some digging and I realized, like, way back in the day when I would make I like taking down varieties as they sell out so people don't have to like see all the ones that are already sold out and like while they're looking for stuff that's still available. I know I don't like seeing all the ones I missed out on and getting that FOMO when I'm buying dahlias on someone's page. So I will check every once in a while and deactivate them. But I didn't know that that's what you did back in the day. And I was trying to figure out how to make them not visible to the public without deleting them, because it's a lot of work. Finding and putting pictures and the descriptions and all that stuff is really time consuming. So I didn't want to permanently delete it, so I had to do it again. And back in the day, I would just like, I found some workaround where I could take them off channels. Don't ask me what that means, but it worked. But then I found later on that a better and easier way to do it is to just put it from active to turn it into a draft. So now I know, and that was left over from last year's sale and I didn't realize. And now she's back up. I felt really bad. Teddy's beautiful. I hope people get her. Anyways, so everything's going well. One thing I really wanted to mention though, I did have quite a few people message me because they noticed that my Dahlia introductions, Darling Carol Summers, Darling Little Boo, Darling Cranberry Crush, and Darling Harvest Moon are there, but they say coming soon. I'm so sorry for the confusion. My introductions are not being sold right now. I need one more season to like grow all it, and I have a lot of tubers right now. Like, I'm already looking for more space to grow these guys this year, and I really want to grow my stock so I can have a really big first time introduction launch in fall. It'll be a pre-sale. I was going to ship tubers in the fall, but I've never done it before, and I've seen a couple people saying that they sold tubers to people in the fall and then they didn't the people who had them messaged them midwinter to say that they didn't store and they were not viable anymore. And I don't want that happening, especially when people are paying a lot of money for a new introduction. So I think maybe instead of shipping tubers next fall, I'm just going to do a pre-sale with half of my stock. And then I will do a second sale in winter with my regular tuber sale. Although I'm having fewer and fewer tubers to sell of all my other varieties because my introductions are taking up more and more of my garden beds every year as I build up the stock for them, which I knew would happen. And that is why breeders do that one really big time sale where they charge more for their tubers, because it's to pay back all the time and effort that's gone into breeding and multiplying those varieties for 4 or 5 years in their gardens. It's so yeah. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting off track there. I'm really excited that people have been emailing me and messaging me about them, because it's really neat, like hearing someone message me and be like, hey, I see like Darling Little Boo, it says coming soon, but it's not for sale today. Like, what's going on? Because it's neat seeing the interest that people have in like which one's their favorite out of my 4 new introductions. Like, at first I had a lot of when I posted my pictures and my announcement that they passed at trial gardens, and I was all excited. I had quite a few people message me that, wow, that cranberry crush, and I was like, yeah. And lately though, I've been getting emails from people asking about Darling Little Boo, so like it's really awesome to see that people are really liking her. She was named after my daughter, because Amelia's favorite color when she was really little was purple. It still is today, but she was like obsessed with it for years when she was just a little wee grasshopper. And so when I saw this beautiful purple and white one, I was like, this is gonna be her Dahlia. And I asked her when I was ready to name it, I was like, do you want me to name it Darling Amelia, or do you want Darling Little Boo, which was it's her nickname, I call her Boo. And she's like, Little Boo. And I was like, okay, so that's her Dahlia. So yeah. And I just had someone also message me about, say, darn, I missed out on Darling Carol Summers. Let me know when you have more of her. And I was like, oh, you didn't miss out. So I've been responding to people all day and like making sure things are running smoothly. And yeah, you did not miss out on my new varieties. I am doing one more last growing season so I can just have as many tubers as possible next year so that everybody gets them, whatever. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get them out across Canada. There's so many good things about them. Like, I'm starting to prefer my own dahlias over all the other varieties that I grow, except for a couple, obviously. There's some that I just, they're so gorgeous. But like, that's a really good sign. Like, I really think there is something about like buying dahlias that were hybridized and bred in Canada. They seem to be hardier. They like mine, especially my 4 are really good tuber producers. They're really strong. The 3 of them, Cranberry Crush, Carol Summers, and Darling Little Boo, are usually the first 3 blooming in my garden. Harvest Moon comes a little bit later, but oh my god, the petal count on her is just, it blows my mind. So like, and that's what I want. I want strong, vigorous plants that are early blooming and produce lots of tubers. And not only that, like, they passed trials. So these are, because I know we all fall in love with our dahlias. When you have that first one that you bred and you just fall in love with it, you think it's so amazing, but it might not quite pass, you know, a dahlia judge in one of the Dahlia shows or at a trial garden. Well, these guys passed. 3 of them were like the top scores last season at the Canadian Trial Gardens. So like, that's the whole shebang for me. And I find they look good in for event work too. I used so much Darling Carol Summers in my bouquets last year. Oh, she's gorgeous. She just looks like summer sunshine. It's ugh. Anyways, so thank you everyone who supported me today. I really appreciate you supporting a small scale flower farmer and dahlia breeder. Things went pretty smooth other than a few teeny tiny hiccups, but I was on it. I hope everybody is having a great first day of February. I'm sitting in here in my grow room with some of my dahlias over there. Some of the dahlia varieties that I couldn't sell this year because their tubers didn't do well in storage, like Lynn's Lexi, they're growing behind me because I was trying to save what tubers were still okay, but I didn't have enough to offer everybody else. But I'll try to make some cuttings and multiply those ones so that next year we have better stock to share with everyone. And yeah, I hope you're all having a great February 1st. Spring is coming really soon. I will be sending out shipping for my dahlia tubers is in April as soon as the weather allows me to send them in the mail. And if you're a local pickup, I will be messaging you via email to let you know when I've packaged up your orders and you're able to come and pick them up. I will try to do that over the next week or two so you can get your tubers nice and early. That is the best part about, if you live close to me and you're gonna do local pickup. You get to come pick yours up early and get a head start on them. You could maybe even have some time to do cuttings. But yeah, you'll be hearing from me very soon. And have a lovely day, everyone. And thank you again so much. Everything's been going really well with my sale today, and I really appreciate everybody's support. All right. Bye, guys.